Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while. In this video, we'll be talking about two things that have been dominating the news lately. For starters, the national disaster that was declared because of the weather phenomenon El Nino. And for those of us who've watched all three seasons of Narcos, we're thinking, what does Pablo Escobar's friend have to do with droughts in Zambia? In other phenomenons, former religious minister was quoted in the Newsdigger newspaper by saying, "We need to avoid sex styles that do not align with our Christian values." I only pause to give you a chance to think about all the styles that may not align with our Christian values. It turns out El Nino has nothing to do with Pablo Escobar, El Chapo, or any other drug lord. It's a weather phenomenon caused by hot water on the subsurface of the oceans, causing hot air in the atmosphere coming to. I did not do geography, ladies and gentlemen, but long story short, it's why we're having droughts in southern Africa. This drought or lack of rainfall has affected 84 out of 116 districts in Zambia, and that's more than half. Over 2 million acres of land, farmland, destroyed. With that, the president announced during a press conference a national disaster and emergency, and that areas to be affected were food supply areas and the energy sector. Of course, ZESCO comes in and says, Kariba is also running low on water. Load shedding is back. When it comes to the issue of load shedding, it seems that the people at ZESCO didn't really finish watching this YouTube video of how to cook beans. Because 1 year into office, the president was announcing to say that there is no more load shedding. Change is here. But El Nino was like, watch this space. In addition to that, the president back in January 2023 had traveled to Dubai and with representatives from ZESCO signed a deal of $2 billion to have solar projects all across Zambia. Load shedding was supposed to be a thing of the past. But yet it's back, and not even like in stages of 2 hours, 3 hours, straight to 8 hours. So again, please watch this video of how to cook beans. And these solar projects were set to commence immediately. However, we have heard nothing since then. It seems to be a tough run on government for the UPND as they've had a triple tragedy, in the words of the president. COVID, cholera, and now the drought. Well, we do hope for the best. Them doing well is the country doing well. Now we move on to something of different styles. Demonic styles, to be specific. In the Newsdigger's lifestyle section of their newspaper, there was an article about sex and sex styles, and they thought, who better to answer our questions than the person who denied us the opportunity to watch Zodo Wabantu live in Zambia? Former religious minister Godfrida Sumaili. Avoid demonic styles in bed, she said. Now, for anybody who's not a virgin knows that the last 60 seconds of any sex style before you, pardon my French, bust that nut, are always demonic. Back when I was roaming in the streets of virginity, friends who had gone ahead of me would come and ask me, Mwache, who is your style ati ka butterfly? Mwache kwa faka, manye ka ilwa chepa iwe. Mwache, uiziwa kanyenye mpera iwe. Nijati ni mutare do mfupi ogwera wa, iwe. Okay, zako zao ka size yako, ukaziwa ka 16. Mwache, ukaziwa ka 16. Ka 16 kajati, ukaribu kujemen koso, bojago pesa ati, diongo. Muchizungu ati kwiki. Mwache, ukamvira ati, ka 16, ukazi ma cornflakes. Mwache, ni kwiki. However, we don't know what prompted the Reverend by saying demonic styles. Which begs me to ask people who are married, when you're doing the counseling right before your wedding, do they tell you, these 3 demonic styles, don't do them? We don't know. We are single. However, it prompted me to look for a book, Good Christian Sex. We'll read it and review it. Until then, you can comment what Christian styles look like.